Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our week 4 battle in the SPL. I don't know why that came out so choppy. Like, my brain could not process that. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelwings. We're taking on my buddy Shuckle King in the Almost Any Ability Draft League. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. If you guys are excited, leave a like. If you guys want more Draft League content, don't forget to subscribe. Check out SK's channel. Check out the rest of the coach as well. Show them some love. Enjoy some Draft League on this fine weekend. There's going to be some text floating somewhere on screen in post-production if you guys want to hop right on ahead of the battle. Always recommend you guys watch the team builder so you guys know what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it, because it's almost any ability. I can bring almost anything. It's not how it works, but you catch the drift. Stick around so you can see the sets. SK's team is super scary, but I think that I've got the 6 that I need in order to take him on. I think I've got a favorable win-loss against him, so I'm hoping to keep that streak alive and turn the back half of the season around. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about his team. You guys are going to start to see it appear on screen right about now. My opponent's got a team that consists of Goldengo, Screamtail, Galarian Zapdos, Wellspring Ogre Spring, Wellspring Ogerpon, Mamoswine, Regieleki, Dragalge, Incineroar, Gliscor, Pyroar, and Spidops. Some things to note about his team. Goldengo has Hadron Engine or Well-Baked Body. Screamtail has Unaware or Pixelate. Galarian Zapdos has Magic Guard or Sword of Ruin. Ogerpon Wellspring has Grassy Surge or Primordial Sea. Mamoswine has Technician or Adaptability. Regieleki has Galvanize or Refrigerate. Dragalge has Regenerator or Levitate. Incineroar has Steam Engine or Intimidate. Gliscor has Fluffy or Corrosion. Pyroar has Beads of Ruin or Desolate Land. And Spidops has Prankster or Sturdy. Good news about going into this team is that aside from the Regieleki, we've got a pretty comfortable speed tier with something like Jolteon. I think we've got some really good offense to bring this home in a late game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into things. First Pokemon we are bringing is Mudking the Quagsire. He's holding his leftovers with the Sap Sipper ability. Spikes, Recover, Body Slam, and Earthquake. We have 212 EVs in HP, 8 in attack, 252 in defense, 36 in special defense with an Impish Nature. Normal moves really go ham if you're not named Goldengo, and then if you're named Goldengo, you don't like your common, Ghost and Steel weaknesses. So Body Slam and Earthquake felt like a good wombo combo to bring as far as offense goes. The 212 EVs in HP are a division of 16, so we're optimized for leftovers. Sap Sipper is going to make it so we don't take any sort of grass damage from something like the Ogerpon, which is great. We don't want to take the rain-boosted Ivy Cudgel, that's for certain, but we can take one and go from there. Body Slam and Earthquake, like I said, very good neutral coverage across the board. The ground type was necessary for something like Regieleki as well. We don't want to take the Refrigerate boosted ice moves, but we need something to keep it from clicking Volt Switch every time it comes in. So that's going to be Mud King. I think it's pretty straightforward. The only form of hazard removal is on the Regieleki with the Refrigerate Rapid Spin. So we want to make sure that if we can get a good idea if it's Refrigerate or not, that allows us to potentially spin block later on, but we'll go on ahead and keep on moving down the ladder here. Next up, we've got Tide Reaver, the Hisuian Samurott. They're holding their Assault Vest with the Adaptability ability, Ceaseless Edge, Sucker Punch, Razor Shell, and Aqua Jet. We have max attack with an Adamant Nature, max investment in special defense, and 4 EVs left over in HP. This is the Goldengo check. And even then, if they're running Hadron Engine Thunderbolt for Hisuian Samurott or Focus Blast, if you just have that much hair on your chest, it's just not, like, we just don't take it well. So Sucker Punch, hopefully to be able to take that thing out. A max attack adaptability, Sucker Punch does do a lot of damage to Goldengo, but even then, like, any moderate bulk investment is still not doing enough to that thing. So we want to make sure that we're able to get, hopefully, a spike up, keep it up, get a little bit of chippies off on it if we can. The dual stab is going great. Sucker Punch and Aqua Jet being able to do a little bit more damage to things like not Steam Engine Incineroar. Steam Engine Incineroar could be a play with like the power trip, so we're going to want to keep an eye on that. But hopefully being able to get some good moves off with something like a Ceaseless Edge, get a spike up. Next up, we have Crimson Claw, the Infernape. He's holding his Choice Scarf for the Desolate Land ability. Very similar set to what we brought against Boff last week. Except this time, instead of Flare Blitz, Raging Fury, Gunk Shot, Earthquake, and U-Turn. We have max attack investment, 236 EVs in speed, 20 in HP with the Jolly Nature. What this allows for us to do is this is going to actually speed tie the Pyroar and below. Is that right? Am I really outspeeding? What is the, hold on. Because Choice Scarf Pyroar now speed ties this. Is that right? Is that right? What is this for? Am I not supposed to outspeed Pyroar? Why am I not outspeeding a Pyroar? What is happening here? Let's change this. Let's change this just in case. You already see it on screen. 16 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 240 in speed with the Jolly Nature. There we go. Now we're outspeeding a +1 Pyroar. Should it come with like Beads of Ruin or something like that? Desolate Land, Raging Fury. Raging Fury is the fire type Outrage. 120 base power, so it's got the same damage output as Flare Blitz, just with the only repercussion being that we're locked in or get confused. So if the Ogerpon is not there, this goes absolutely just bananas. Absolutely bananas. Ogerpon can obviously come in with the Primordial Sea and block that. But it goes absolutely nuts. The unfortunate part is that we can't outspeed the Regieleki under any capacity with Infernape. Infernape max speed with a Scarf hits 519. Regieleki can always outspeed that just by running Timid. It's a little gross how much it can do, so want to be careful about that. Gunk Shot is really nice because as an option to switch into the Ogerpon Wellspring, obviously if it's going for, it can't go for a grass move, so I feel like it has to go for the Ivy Cudgel into Quagsire. Swapping into the Infernape, we're then able to outspeed the Ogerpon because it can only hold its Wellspring Mask. Gunk Shot's doing great damage into that. Also doing great damage into the Screamtail as well. Earthquake doing good damage into things like the Regieleki, into things like the Incineroar, into things like the Dragalge, the Golden Go. U-turn just to get on out of there if we need to. Next up, we've got Cursebinder, the Pecharunt. They're holding their Black Sludge with the Prankster ability, Parting Shot, Destiny Bond, Shadow Ball, and Terra Blast. We have 204 EVs in HP, 80 in special attack, 224 in speed with a Timid Nature. With this, we are outspeeding Golden Go by 1 point. I felt like that was pretty important to do, to be able to hit with a Shadow Ball and take a hit in return and get a Parting Shot off. It doesn't have its good as gold ability, so we can go for the Parting Shot on it to drop the special attack, which is great. We can't go for Parting Shot in front of things like the Incineroar because it's a dark type, but being able to get the Prankster Parting Shot out on some of those things could be good. If anything gets out of control, like the Ogerpon, we do have Prankster Destiny Bond available to us. And like I talked about with the Quagsire, normal coverage and like super effective into Golden Go coverage really is just unchecked. Like if it resists the Shadow Ball or if it's immune to the Shadow Ball, it doesn't like a neutral. Terra Blast is just a neutral special 80 base power move before Terrestrialization. So just the dual combo of those is going to be really beneficial to us. Next up, late game sweeper. We have Neural Bloom, the Iron Leaves. They're holding their Life Orb with the Surge Surfer ability. We're just running 4 attacks this week: Psyblade, Close Combat, Leaf Blade, and Night Slash. We have 32 EVs in HP, max investment in attack, 24 in defense, 200 in speed with an Adamant Nature. The 200 in speed with an Adamant Nature allows us to outpace Golden Go without this terrain up. So we're able to outpace Golden Go, Mamoswine, Incineroar, etc. before the terrain goes up. After the terrain goes up, we are able to outspeed everything, including Regieleki. See, I knew I was going to find a way to get over that thing. Max attack investment, obviously, just to do the most damage output. 32 EVs in HP puts us at 329 HP, so the Life Orb tick is only doing 32. The rest of the 24 EVs into defense, just because that's the lower of the 2 stats between defense and special defense. I wanted to buff that up just a little bit there. It was like, do I run Swords Dance? Do I run something? And like 4 attacks just felt right. So Regieleki, something like Psyblade in terrain is going to go crazy. The Screamtail, something like Night Slash, Leaf Blade probably is like the best neutral move there. Ogerpon Wellspring, again, Close Combat, Psyblade. Pyroar, Close Combat, Galarian Zapdos, Psyblade. Gliscor, probably a Psyblade or a Leaf Blade, depending on where it's at. Golden Go, Night Slash. Mamoswine, Leaf Blade, or Close Combat. Incineroar, the Close Combat. Dragalge, Psyblade. Spidops, Psyblade. So really just hard-hitting moves. I wanted to try to find a way to go for the Swords Dance on this thing, but it didn't want to play too nicely with that, and I think the four moves are going to be beneficial overall. This does 2 things. So first, we can capitalize on Golden Go's own Hadron engine, but next, we can also capitalize on our own Hadron engine with Thunderstep the Jolteon. Now, they're holding Terrain Extender because I don't want to, like, get in a situation where I've got 2 turns of terrain left and like they can stall it out, do whatever. I want the additional turns of terrain. So the terrain extender is going to make it so we have 8 turns of electric terrain once set as opposed to 5. Got our Hadron engine ability. Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Baton Pass, and Calm Mind. We have 252 EVs in special attack, 232 in speed, 24 in HP with a Modest Nature. Not running Volt Switch because of the Mamoswine. Very, very solid check into that. I didn't want to bring Refrigerate for any sort of super effective damage into Mamoswine, obviously. So again, as I've talked about, super effective into Gliscor, and like another stab move just kind of goes hand in hand. So Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball really go just again hand in hand into SK's team. The 232 EVs in speed allow us to outpace everything but the Regieleki, so Scream, Tail, and below. Max special attack output is going to be there. 24 EVs in HP, just to toss them there. If I can force a switch and go for a Calm Mind, again, being faster than everything down below is going to be really nice. I may regret not having Refrigerate for the Gliscor. They may think that I can bring Refrigerate for the Gliscor and not expect the Hadron engine, so there may be some mind games on whether or not that it's brought there, but I felt like Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, and then a move to hit the Golden Go super effectively felt nice. So we'll see how Shadow Ball in the Hadron or in the electric terrain, maybe a +1 against the Gliscor does, but that's going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys at the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with week number 4 in the SPL. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelings. We are not taking on Joey Pokémon. We are taking on the other Joe, Shuckle King. Really looking forward to this. Hope you guys are too. Leave a like if you're excited. Subscribe for more Draft League content. If you skip the team builder, you guys can see the 6 that I am bringing on screen. I'll see you at team preview. All right. We see probably a little bit of a more interesting team than what I thought I'd see. So we see the Screamtail, we see the Zapdos, we see Spidops, Gliscor, Ogerpon, and the gosh darn Golden Go. No hazard removal makes me feel great. No hazard removal makes me feel great. I did swap on Quagsire Rocks for spikes because I figured with Ceaseless Edge we're already going for spikes. So if I can get the rocks up instead of the spikes, like we're in a decent spot. With the Spidops, he could definitely lead with a Prankster set, which is a little unfortunate for me. But it does mean that I can get my stuff up as well. I'm just trying to think, how do I want to go about that? Let's lead Mud King. Let's lead with Mud King. We'll get the rocks up right out the gate. Screamtail could have Unaware Pixelate. Zapdos can have Magic Guard or Sword of Ruin. Spidops is Prankster or Sturdy. Gliscor is Fluffy or Corrosion. Ogerpon is Grassy Surge or Primordial Sea. Golden Go is Hadron Engine or Well-Baked Body. Offense here, probably the Zapdos, probably the Ogerpon. I could see a defensive Golden Go, or at least a Well-Baked Body Golden Go to help out with Infernape. Again, this is not Joey. We are not playing Pokémon. We are playing Shuckle King. Hey, it's me, that guy you were just watching, here to tell you that this video is sponsored by Advance. As a dad, somebody who works full-time, as a husband, as somebody who runs 2 YouTube channels and live streams, I don't have enough time in the day, but I can make the most out of my time with just a little bit of help from one of the best products on the market. Advance has a bunch of different lines of products, including their Focus Blend, which just came out with a new flavor, Peach Rings. It's fantastic. That helps me power through my editing, helps me get up early in the morning, helps me stay up late at night to crack out all the content that you deserve while still being the best I can be around the house. They also have a hydration line as well for those of you, and I'm looking for it on my desk, those of you who aren't looking for any sort of caffeinated products but still want to make sure that you're being the best self that you can be. I love the hydration. I'm currently drinking some Peach Mango right now. Just got my Joey Pokémon shaker filled with that, trying out the Peach Rings Focus, and then also I'm very excited to try White Gummy Bear and Strawberry Lemonade Focus as well. It is a caffeinated product, so if you're under the age of 18, consult a parent or guardian before purchasing. Otherwise, click the link in my bio or head to usecodecbad.com to try yours today. Big thank you to Advance for sponsoring this video. Now back to Pokemon. All right. Piranha. Yep, Piranha the Spidops. Okay. So we're just going to trade a little bit of hazards right now. That's okay. Might be a little bit of a boring first opener, but... Oh, you want to talk about moms. Okay. All right. I understand. Well, I'll just go for a Body Slam here. There it is. There's your sticky web. Okay. But the good thing is that with the Surge Surfer and no Regieleki, like, we're still in a pretty decent spot. Snag. Ha, nice para. We're still in a pretty decent spot overall, I'd say. I'll just go for another Body Slam. I don't know what else this thing wants to do to me. Just full transparency. He could want to do something. He could not want to do something. I don't know. But nothing. I mean, Golden Go could come in. And then I click Earthquake. Unless it's Air Balloon Golden Go, then we have to have a little bit of a conversation. But at the very least, spikes. Oh, I didn't know you got spikes. Did I know you got spikes? I don't think I know you got spikes. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go for another body slam here. And I shook off the taunt. Great. So you might want to go for a taunt to shut me down. I can go into Infernape here. I can go into Infernape outside of the... outside of the Ogerpon. And potentially the Scream Tail. This Raging Fury is about to hurt. Full disclosure. Yep, there's a taunt. Okay, that's fine. So you could maybe want to switch in your Ogerpon here. I'm curious how much a Gunk Shot does to you. Not enough, unfortunately. Would you want to keep this thing around? I'll just click Raging Fury. Let me get it out of here. I don't want any more spikes. Get full parrot on it. Yep, go on and get your spikes. I'll go on and claim one. Infernape KOs Spidops with Raging Fury. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good damage. Now, I assume the Ogerpon comes in now. That's what I assume to happen. I could be wrong. But I assume Ogerpon comes in now with the Primordial Sea to turn off my Desolate Land. TJ. Oh, no, you're Well-Baked Body. You're not Hadron Engine. Okay. All right. I see what you're putting down. Here. All right. So this is a free nasty plot for you. Yep, okay. All right, and we get the 2-turn, thankfully. I don't know if that's a force. There's the nasty plot. Okay. Now, good news-ish. Petron can always parting shot this. I feel like Samurott should be able to take... Yeah, Samurott should be able to take this. Let's go ahead and swap out to Samurott. We will take 2 spikes. Our speed will be dropped. But maybe this thing isn't super offensive. Thunder Wave. Okay. I get it. All right. Okay. At +2, Ceaseless Edge, depending on the set, should still do a good amount of damage. Let's find out. We'll play the game. The +2 defense, little annoying. I get it. I don't like it. I definitely would have thought Hadron Engine, but that's why you get multiple abilities in this draft league. I do have the Sucker Punch as well. There's a world where Ceaseless Edge into Sucker Punch, even against +2 Golden Go, does a fantastic amount of damage. Hex. Okay. And I couldn't move because I'm paralyzed. All right. I'll try to go for another one. Because, again, Ceaseless Edge into Sucker Punch. Nope. Okay. Golden Go KOs. Samurott. All right. Little unfortunate. And +2. I mean, I feel like Jolteon makes the most sense. Let's go into Jolteon. I feel like Jolteon makes the most sense. We'll get the Hadron Engine boost. Depending on the investment, Hex doesn't kill. Depending on some of the investment, Hex does kill. So, Thunderbolt actually in the terrain is still my best play against this thing. Yeah, depending on the spread, depending on what he thinks my spread is, we shouldn't be in too bad of a situation here. But let's play the game. Let's find out. It looks like if he's max special attack, both Hex and Make It Rain could do this. Okay, just swap. That's fine. Goes on to probably Gliscor. Goes on to Gliscor. Okay, that's fine. That is fine by me. I would love... So, like, Earthquake's coming off, right? Earthquake's coming off, right? Or a Toxic. Let's go Pecharunt. I want to keep Jolteon around because I need to keep the terrain around for gosh darn Iron Leaves. Little sad about the Samurott. Little sad about the Samurott is what it is. We'll get caught in our web. That's okay. Goes for U-turn. Okay, not bad. Not a bad play. All right. I still get priority here because you don't have good as gold. Right? Like, you don't have that. So, like, normally a Hex from a Golden Go, like, uninvested. I mean, we live both of those. So I think I could go for a Shadow Ball for Chip and then, like, Prankster D-Bond. Here comes a Golden Go back out. Okay. Yep, I'll get a little bit of Black Sludge. All right. Yep. I'll go for a Shadow Ball. I live a max special attack Hex every time. And then I can go for the Destiny Bond on the next turn. Get rid of this monster. And then Infernape's in a good spot to click Desolate Land, Raging Fury, assuming Ogerpon is not Primordial Sea, which I feel like it has to be, right? I feel like that's the shtick. All right, yep, we live that. We'll get a nice Shadow Ball off here. Beautiful. That you are very invested. Okay. So I can't spam Destiny Bond. I'm going to go for it just in case. I will go for it just in case. Because at the very least I can Parting Shot out afterwards. Because, like, I think the play here is, do I Nasty Plot? Do I Shadow Ball? What do I do here? We'll go for the Destiny Bond. Which goes for Thunderwave. Okay, that's fine. Yep, I can't spam that anymore. And now Hex is always a full KO. So I think I just Parting Shot into something like Quagsire. Nope, I'm going to get fully paralyzed. It's great. She goes for the recover. Well, so the good move here is, so Nasty Plot, Thunderwave, recover Hex. Okay. I guess it makes sense. I'm going to Parting Shot again because you don't let me go for a Destiny Bond. And does Infernape scare you out with an Earthquake? Not really. So we'll go out into Quagsire. Quagsire can't be Thunderwaved. You can Nasty Plot all you want. Oh, wow. You were just going to let me go for it. Okay. Interesting. Get a little bit of recovery here. Get my rocks up. Let's Earthquake first on their Nasty Plot. I think it's fine. Let's go for that. Petch is kind of done with the Thunder Wave, unfortunately. So if we can get some chip on this, I think we're getting better for a late game Iron Leaves. We're looking a little bit better. Yep. Okay. Gliscor. Vinny. Ah, Sword of Ruin. There you are. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. All right, get a little bit more recovery here. So, odds that I take a hit from you are slim to none. I'm just going to click Body Slam. Because a Brave Bird's just going to hurt me no matter what. Ooh, we live in. There's a little bit of recoil. Let me get a little 30% para too, please. Nope, not a lick. Okay, that's fine. Not a lick. Terrain goes away too, which looks really nice for me. I'm going to try to get rocks up here, but you kill me with a Brave Bird every time. Yep, okay. Deptos KOs Quag with Brave Bird. All right, that's fine. Ape could come in. And I could go for a U-turn unless we confirm your Scarf there. I also don't mind going Pecharunt and just getting a Parting Shot off. We'll go for the Parting Shot on the Switch, maybe? Bring in Jolteon, reset terrain. Baton. I don't know if I want to Baton Pass the -1. Okay, yeah, I don't want to Baton Pass the Sticky Web -1 into Iron Leaves, who's then -2, and it, like, resets the Surge Surfer. Okay, that's fine. Get a Parting Shot off on you. Let's go Jolteon, and I want to say, like, I click Calm Mind on the switch into... Gliscor here. Because, like, it'd have to have speed in order to outpace me, right? So if I just go for that right now... Doing about 42 to 50 to, like, a very specially defensive Gliscor set. So let's find out. Oh, you stay in. Okay. Well, that means I'm going to take the Hex a little bit better. Yup. Yup. I'm going to take that just a pinch better. And now I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. All right, hold on. Thunderstep's doing something. Thunderstep is doing something right now, chat. Because +1 Shadow Ball in the electric terrain is doing a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Thunderbolt claims one, so I feel like, yep, you have to switch. Was that an Aki? Yep. Now, again, you have to have speed. but I don't think you would, considering I just saw that you have leftovers. So I'm going to go for it again. And if you do, you do, and that's just when I get enough damage on this thing to bring in Iron Leaves. There's the Earthquake. Okay, so you do have speed on here. Okay. It's fine by me. I have 4 turns of terrain left with Iron Leaves. In the electric terrain, Sideblade's still doing the most to this thing. So let's go ahead and bring this out. Our speed's going to drop, but we're still +1 because of Surge Surfer. You've got some speed, so would you be fully defensive like that? Let's just go for it. Let her rip. That's all I've got. Any chip we can get on this is great. Would love to not take a U-turn. Oh, hooray! I don't have to take a U-turn. Let's go. All right. Now, the Golden Go is going to come in and Thunderwave me. I assume. Because even a crit Night Slash is only doing 67 to 80. Oh, in comes the Zapdos. So your Scarf? Yeah. Yeah, you could be. You could be. That Brave Bird's gonna tickle. Oh, yeah. Does Brave Bird just wrap it up here? I think Brave Bird just wraps it up here. Because Surge Surfer at -1, I'm 392. Choice Scarf Zapdos can outpace me every time. So there's Brave Bird. Zapdos KOs Petch. I need to go... What, Infernape? I need to hope that you're not Scarfed, I guess? Because I too am Scarfed? I have to hope you're not. I have to go for the Gunk Shot here. Yep, in a world where you're not, I have to. Zap KOs 8. And I think that's going to be all she wrote there. Do you die to your own recoil? No, of course you don't. Okay. Full pairs are really unfortunate this game, I'm going to be honest. I underestimated Webb's offense in this game as well, so that's twofold. You know, it is what it is there. Maybe you could not be max speed Scarf. No, you are. Zapdos just cleans house. Zapdos just cleans house with the Brave Bird. So GG's to Shuckle King, man. No, great game. Great prep into that. Like I said, I underestimated the power of Webb's offense going into this matchup. Definitely thought that you know, we'd be able to pull some stuff off with Surge Surfer. I also definitely anticipated the Hadron engine on Golden Go over the Well-Baked Body, which just put a dent in my plans with Raging Fury and Fernape. So GG's to Shuckle King, man. Definitely go check out his channel. Link will be in the description below, as well as the rest of the coaches. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like, subscribe for more Draft League content. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great, and I'll see you guys next week for game day. Later.